The very first memory I have from my childhood starts with everyone shouting and celebrating. My mother took me on her arms and started to run. I didn't know where we were going or what's going on until it became clear she was running to the beach. When we got there, the entire village were there. It looked like a party. She put me down and pointed towards the ocean. I could see a few longboats in the distance. When the longboats were getting close to the beach, she took me on her arms again and ran into the water. The water was cold, but she didn't care. At the very moment everything made sense to me, I saw my father jumping out of one of the longboats and he hugged us. My father was back. The entire village were crying, and later on I understood why. Some because their husbands were back, others because their sons were back, and some because their loved ones weren't back. The same thing used to happen every year when my father and his warriors came back home after another raid season. Longboats filled of gold and everyone crying from joy or pain. I got used with my father departing to raid. Today, it feels like it all of that happened in another life, but it wasn't that long ago. That year, the longboats arrived absolutely filled with gold. I have never seen so much gold in my life. As usual, we had a feast that day to celebrate a very successful raid. But after the feast, I heard my parents talking. My father seemed worried, which wasn't common. He said he made an enemy, a very powerful enemy, and things would have to change. That year, my father spent almost every day training his warriors until the next raid season. When he was about to leave, he told us that he wouldn't be coming back this time. He would conquer land for us to live without the threat of his enemy. He would send his most trusted friend, Valdemar, to take us to our new home when the time arrives. And that morning he left, with almost every single man capable of fighting. There was only a small garrison behind to protect us. At the end of that summer, every day my mother took us to the beach. She didn't have to say anything, but we knew she was waiting for the longboats to be back. And one day, there it was. No more than 7, maybe 8 longboats. Everyone ran to the beach, this time in silence. When they got to the shore, I noticed my father wasn't there. My mother was crying, my siblings was crying, everyone was crying. Valdemar jumps out of one of the longboats and shouts that most men were fine and we had a new place to live. That day we celebrated in the beach, and later on a feast was held while Valdemar told us about the new land. His orders were to leave right away, but my mother was pregnant and we had to wait. It wouldn't be safe to travel in such conditions. During the summer of that year, she gave birth to Deary. Due to the weather, we would leave before the next summer to our new home. But one day, our scouts brought news. A war was probably coming. The closest count was under siege. Travel such long distance living in the middle of the summer was very risky, because we would have to sail during the winter. But we had no choice. We packed our things and we left. The winter came, and it was harsh. I woke up one night with Thor's thunders crashing down in the ocean, huge waves shaking our longboat. Men were paddling, women were throwing out buckets of salty water. It was bad. Then I saw it. I had only heard about them, but they were there that night. We all knew what that meant. Men fought the waves as long as they could until our boat hit something and capsized. We grabbed whatever debris we could so we were able to float. At that very moment, Thor himself chose the way. The brightest lightning I have ever seen. The night was brightest than the day, and it revealed land not far away. We swam. At some point, Valdemar grabbed me and he swam. I woke up with the sunrise, and I got relieved to see that my mother and all my siblings made it to the shore. We could see a castle in a distance. My friend Valdemar gathered all the survivors and told us if we wanted to survive, we had to take the castle before the enemy could gather an army to attack us. We were defenseless on that beach. Leading our men, Valdemar took the castle. Hello, Crusaders! This is where we start our series. We are Chieftain Haesteinn, son of Desmond, and let me explain what I had to do in order to set this up. I disinherited myself and my siblings because, in theory, we don't know where our father is or our oldest brother. And in the meantime, our father had a bastard kid, and the kid is currently at my father's court. In our court, we have our mother, that's also our spy master. We have Ottar, Ingbjorg, and Diri. For the time being, we will ignore any sort of interaction we can do with our father and brother, like alliances or anything like that. I also betrothed Ottar and Ingbjorg, both to lowborns or bastards, so we don't have any alliances. I recruited some men at arms, like two Varangian and one Vigman, and we need to wait them to fill up. Desmond, it is from different faith and culture, and at the moment has zero control because we just capture this castle. So we can start working on increasing control and promote our culture. Sadly, we cannot convert faith because, as you can see, it's going to take like 70 years. And even if we change the Gidea, perhaps, to a higher learning, it's still going to take a very long time. So we are not doing that for the time being. And we will try to find our family using the rating mechanic in the game so we can see if they are around us. So let's get this started. We will raise our troops and start looking around. And that's the betrothals. I also marry all the courtiers to get some good knights because right now we are pretty weak. And we got our last personality trait, and we will be diligent. So let's do some raiding and try to find our family. Oh, someone is trying to kill our mother, which is not great. And we got attacked. But we did some good work and beat them up. So when we finish this raid, we will come back to our land. And we know we have only Heathens on the north. We have the Chieftain Eogan and Chieftain Dunchad. We also got a prisoner. Let's ransom her. And for the time being, we can farm some prestige to conquer our neighbors, because we don't have much right now. But we can attack Ormond. We just need to fill up our troops again, and we shall do that. Okay, we have our troops, so let's declare war. Valdemar's gonna lead our troops. Let's meet the enemy in the battlefield. Okay, really good battle, we wiped them out. So we just need to siege. And during the siege we came of age. We got a really good martial education. So let's select our lifestyle. We are starting with chivalry. So let's finish the siege. And we can get the ransom because we did capture the chieftain. Maybe we can ransom his daughter. Out for sale. There are many reasons for me to ply the waters near Desmond in times of peace. To show power, to dissuade pirates, even simply to fish or enjoy the sea breeze. We are on such a petty voyage when I spot a local vessel floundering in the distance. Even from here, it's clear that it is taking damage while raiding, its crew barely keeping afloat as they pay out water with silver goblets and ceramic bowls. The sight would be comical if it wasn't so serious. We can stop and try to help them. So let's finish the war, enforce our demands, and we got our second county. It has some buildings, which is great. Our capital also has some buildings. So we just need to increase control. In the meantime, we can scout around us. So let's do it. Unfortunately, a good portion of Ireland has been raided already, so we don't have a lot of options. But let's do what we can. And we will meet the enemy in battle. Okay, really good battle. We are winning. Okay, let's go back home before they attack us again. The delegation from whatever this place is called slowly files out of my private chambers. Our long meeting finally over. The petitioner begged for money to repair the crumbling walls of the holding and have invoked my lordly duty to help them. I drum my fingers on the table, pondering whether to send them funds. Good fortifications are highly expensive. Of course, if the walls are crumbling anyway, then I could always divert their existing stipend to more personal matters. We are diligent, so we will have a duty to care for my subjects. We will send the money to rebuild the walls. Okay, let's disband all troops. We don't wanna get attacked again. We can raise a runestone, so let's do that. And in Desmond seeing decent enough, it's gonna help increase control. Our troops are almost ready. Sandman, bring me a drink. I swear to the heavens, Zorvik says. Zorvik is one of our champions, a really good champion. I saw the Sandman last night, and he visited me and put me to sleep. Are you daft? Festi, one of our champions, exclaims. That's a silly little story adults make up to explain how sleepy works. It's true. You just have to believe me. The Sandman brought me a wonderful dream last night. It must have been him. So we can trust Sorbikir, or we can go with Fasti. So I don't think we believe about Sandman. It doesn't seem to be a Norse myth or anything, so we will just agree with Fasti. So let's do a little bit more rating. Unless there is nowhere to be raided. Let's keep searching. Maybe get lucky and we landed close to our family. We might get attacked again. Yes, we will. Let's hope we can beat them again. An answer to all situations. I understand you are interested in deepening your grasp on warfare, Valdemar nods energetically as he approaches me. I might be able to help you see the battlefield in new ways. Valdemar is well known for his mastery of all manner of varied tactics. If there was one who could help me understand, it would be him. And yeah, I want to learn, and we might be able to get flexible leader. So yeah, let's try it. The siege is almost done when we are attacked for the enemy forces. But again, we defeated them. So there's not much to raid here. Let's move up north again. And do another raid. In our way back home, we are surprised by enemy forces. So we'll have to fight our way back home. It was an easy victory for the Norsemen. So now we shall return. And our troops are almost full. So we can wait for that and declare war on our other neighbor. Against Chieftain Eogan. We need to get more land here so we won't be an easy prey for any of the Heathens around us. We raise our troops and we will lead them to battle for the first time. We are about to be attacked by a very large force, so Valdemar asks us to let him lead our forces, but we say no, we should start learning how to fight battles, so let's hope we can win this one. It's gonna be tough, but we are winning. Valdemar's lessons seems to be working in our advantage. We must complete the siege. They are coming back for more. And that's another tough battle. They got some reinforcements on the way. Valdemar has shown me the ins and outs of all manner of varied tactics. My final test is a mock battle against him to show what I have learned. So let's see if we learned something. We failed, so show me again how it is you do. And the siege is done. We win the war. Our first war commanding our troops. And we must increase control of our new lands. And now we have a situation. Cornwall is declaring war against us, and he has a really powerful alliance. This might be the end of the series. So it's a war for our capital. Maybe we can find an alliance marrying our sister that also needs to be educated. Where are you? Iceland. I don't think we know them. So yeah, let's get this alliance. We have some prestige to get a little bit more troops. Okay, let's see what we can do. It's gonna be pretty tough. And Alfred joined the battle against us. And we have the War Horse event. I also just realized that we don't have our personal deity. So let's do that first. And it's gonna be Earl, the Hunter Warrior, Agent of Glory. That's +3 martial, advantage in winter, movement speed in winter. Let me get this. And try to get the Warhorse. Okay, the enemy is nowhere to be found so far. And here they come. And there's another murder scheme in our port. Our ally is not very strong, but let's... And he's in 2 wars. I don't know if they will help us or not. We have some gold, so we might need to get some mercenaries. Okay, they are disembarking in Thomond. Let's try to set up a trap here. You raise everyone. We are gonna command our troops. And let's see what they have. They have a bunch of housecarls. So perhaps we can get away with some... Ideally I want light footmen, but we cannot get them. So maybe we can get more knights. Oh, those guys, they look really good. Okay, let's hire them. Raise our troops. We should lead our troops. And let's see if we can win this. Oh, we are winning. But it is a really tough battle. And we lost our brother. Oh no. Ottar. Ottar is gone. Oh, that's not good. We got a VIET event for a trinket that increases learning and intrigue. But we don't have the money to buy it, so you have to pass. Oh, that was really tough battle. We lost 600 troops, they lost 1200 troops. But we lost our brother. Hey, this is gonna be hard. Okay, our troops are replenishing. Thank God they decided to go by sea, so we might be able to get them disembarking again. Okay, let's go. Another really tough battle. And we lost another champion. That's really bad. Can we... Oh, we don't have the prestige to invite more champions. So at the moment we are one short. But we got reinforcements now. And we can try learn the trait again. Let's hope we do. And we did it. Okay, we can get another champion. Let's just chill here. And wait what we will do. What they will do, I mean. And I think they learned their lesson. They are coming by land this time. So it's gonna be a really tough battle. Okay, let's replenish our troops. They are full. We cannot send funds anywhere because we do not have the funds. Oh, this is really bad. They got sick. And our sister can get married. Maybe we can defeat them. I don't know. Yeah, we are doing it. Thankfully it's not Alfred leading the troops. We got a new perk. Let's make our knights even better. And we are at 60%, so if we win the war, we'll get 28 gold. So it's not a lot of gold. I think we should white piece this. And just get out of this war. Nice! And that's gonna be the end of the first episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys later. Bye bye.